Councilman Mark Ridley Thomas. John Kensho, Deborah Mark has the news, KFI AM 640.
If there's news, if things shift, if they say the same, if things change for better or worse, regardless of what's happening, you're going to hear it here. It's what we do.
KFI.
KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Court appearance. I'm Deborah Mark, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. LA City Councilman Mark Ridley Thomas has pleaded not guilty to his 20-count corruption indictment.
Ridley Thomas appeared with his attorney by video. He wore a dark suit and stood without emotion as the judge ordered him not to have contact with co-defendants or victims and sign a $50,000 unsecured bond. His attorney said Ridley Thomas is a powerful politician who poses no threat or danger to the community. Federal prosecutors argued Ridley Thomas deceived the public and covered up his crimes, adding that the politician used his power to barter millions in taxpayer dollars for his own benefit. Ridley Thomas's trial begins December 14th. In downtown L.A., Steve Gregory, KFI News.
LA City Council has voted 11-3 to suspend Ridley Thomas. Councilman Mike Bonin voted no and has asked to reconsider the discussion. He says one of the things he's worried about is a potential special election to fill Ridley Thomas's seat.
What happens if the charges are dropped? What happens if Mr. Ridley Thomas is exonerated? We then now have two duly elected representatives of the 10th District.
Councilman Kern Price also voted no on the suspension. The news is brought to you by Rooter Hero. Some environmental groups are demanding the Biden administration suspending council oil and gas leases in federal waters off the California coast. The groups have sent a petition to the Department of the Interior. They say offshore drilling threatens wildlife, fisheries, and tourism, and that the platforms off the coast are especially susceptible to problems because of their age. Homeowners in Wilmington say a record backup of ships at the ports has caused a pileup of shipping containers around the city.
I lived here since 71.
Lucia Moreno Linares says everyone is worried about consumers, importers, and exporters, but what about homeowners?
Trucks that are having to, drive in circles. There's warehouses that are full, so now they're parking your containers in the street because you have no other place to put them. We're living with those consequences.
Moreno Linares is also a commissioner at the Port of L.A. She says port police are stepping up enforcement, and people can help by reporting container trucks that are operating illegally. In Wilmington, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
People in California are getting ready for a statewide earthquake drill.
L.A. Emergency Department Manager Carol Park says the great shakeout is set for 10:21 in the morning.
Tomorrow, when everyone should practice how to protect themselves during emergencies, we would like for you to drop, cover, and hold on wherever you are.
She says more than 7 million Californians have registered for the drill, as well as more than 30 million people across the world. The drill is meant to give people a chance to practice what to do when a quake strikes. In L.A., Blake Trolley, KFI News.
The FDA has authorized booster doses of the COVID-19 vaccines made by Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. Regulators also say it's okay for people to get a booster, a vaccine that's different than what they got before. Dr. Peter Marks, in charge of the FDA Center for Biologics Evaluation and Research, says most people will likely want the same vaccine for a booster, but some may need to mix and match.
In some situations, there may be an issue with availability, or there may be medical considerations that a provider may decide upon to recommend for a given individual.
The CDC will consult an expert panel later this week before finalizing official recommendations for boosters. The Biden administration says it's getting ready for the approval of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for kids 5 to 11. White House COVID response coordinator Jeff Zients says 28 million doses have already been bought, and the goal is to ensure every family has equal access to the shot.
We've already enrolled more than 25,000 pediatricians, family doctors, and other primary care providers to administer vaccines.
The vaccine for the younger age group is expected to get approval from the FDA and CDC in the next few weeks. We're going to go to a crash on the 605 in Pico Rivera. And for the latest, we've got Mike O'Brien right overhead. KFI in the Sky, sponsored by Injury Attorney, Superwoman, Superlawyer.com.
Yeah, Jacob just got over this fresh one onto 605. 605 southbound past Tech Road, a little before Rose Hill. New one coming up there in the carpool and the left lane. So this is really a tight squeeze. Back before the 60. It's almost through Valley Boulevard. You really almost to the 10 out of Baldwin Park. Up ahead, you do have some more storms. 20 year on down through the 5. North outside the 605. Because you're on the brakes there, pretty much from Alondra, on and on through the 60. Injured in an accident
Visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. Michael Bryan, KFI in the sky.
Porter Ranch, you're on the brakes, 118 eastbound. This is getting away from DeSoto. That drive opens up once you make your way past Rosito Boulevard, and also the 5 northbound slowing down in San Fernando, leaving the 118 to the 5 merge. KFI in the sky. Let's get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
If you want to sell your condo or house fast and easy, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy your home as is for cash. The Seller's Advantage, there's no realtor fees or commissions, no escrow fees, no repairs, no open houses, no weird strangers coming through your home. They, Seller's Advantage, will buy your house or condo for cash. That's it. Payment and done. Work at Seller's Advantage, and they bought a house from one of our KFI listeners. Guy wanted to sell. He met with some real estate agents, and then with Seller's Advantage, and compared the numbers, and that's who he chose. He ended up with the same money, same bottom line, didn't have to do any repairs. There's no headaches, no open houses, no hassle, no nothing. Working with Seller's Advantage was the easiest real estate transaction he ever completed. If you want to sell your home, you call Seller's Advantage and see how much it's worth. Call now for a free quote, 888-321-AS-IS, 888-321-AS-IS, 888-321-AS-IS. DRE number 01961658, sellersadvantage.com.
This is your moment. The moment to perfect the delicate art of swaddling. The moment for bonding time, family time, and a little tummy time. The moment to remember that these are the moments that matter. If you're a new mother welcoming a baby into your family, paid family leave can provide you up to 8 weeks of partial weight replacement. This is your moment. Take it. To learn more, visit CaliforniaPaidFamilyLeave.com. Moments matter.
The KFI Financial Report brought to you by Bay Alarm. The Dow closed up 152, S&P 500 up 17, NASDAQ down 7, and the average price of a gallon of regular gas in California is $4.52.
With a range of commercial fire and security solutions, Bay Alarm can protect it all with just one call.
Southland weather from KFI, partly cloudy tomorrow. Highs mid to upper 70s for Metro LA, mid 70s to low 80s for the valleys, upper 70s in Inland OC, upper 70s to low 80s in the IE. Right now it's 65 in Seal Beach, 71 Costa Mesa, 72 in North Hollywood, and 60 in Santa Monica. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Tupper Mark.
John and Ken Show, John Cobell and Ken Champos, KFI. AM 640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
Well, welcome everybody. Coming up in 15 minutes, the last chance on our show to get the keyword to text and win yourself $1,000 maybe. Of course, it will continue. This is the Conway Show. We've already had a number of KFI winners. We just brought this back on Monday, and we've already had several winners, so you could be next. So listen for the keyword to text coming up at about 5:20. Big story today was the official arraignment of Mark Ridley Thomas on federal corruption charges. It was about 3 hours ago. He finally appeared on Zoom and pled not guilty in his arraignment. There was some debate over the bond in terms of what he would have to put up in order to assure that he would not be held before his trial.
He put up nothing, not a dime. He signed a paper saying,
But don't go common for white collar crime.
Oh, it shouldn't be. No, it shouldn't be. See, this is where I agree with the people who are, think the bail system is screwy.
Rigged against the poor people.
Well, instead of saying no bail for everybody, how about making fat cats like Ridley Thomas put up
Fat cat.
if they put, if it's 50 grand, he should put up the 50 grand. Or give over the deed of his house. That's the way it all works. This way, if he doesn't show up, his estate will owe the government $50,000, and he could be hiding out in Morocco. I don't get this. Why is this preferential treatment? Why is he getting a break?
The other big thing that happened in the case was the LA City Council did vote to officially suspend him. It was 11-3. Ridley Thomas tried on Monday to say, I'm stepping back from my duties, but of course he wanted to still be on the payroll. After this vote, the city controller, Ron Gelprin, announced that Ridley Thomas will not continue to be paid.
No more paychecks for you. You're out of luck. Now that
Attorney fired back in a news release.
he said,
Going to
hey,
fight this.
how am I going to get paid? He doesn't. She's off the payroll. How do I get paid? I got a family too. Attorney was outraged.
The attorney made the point that, at least his interpretation of the city charter, this would have to be a case involving Mr. Ridley Thomas's duties as a city council member. This case is against Ridley Thomas and is on the board of supervisor.
Right. Stealing out of the pool of county tax money means he can still represent the city. Because the city has a different pool of tax money. It's from the same people, right? Everybody who lives in the city also pays county taxes.
I would assume.
Right, so it's like, look, he stole these dollars over here. He stole these dollars, though. Just absolute. This is what we're going to be in for months and months. Just total nonsense from Ridley Thomas, his defenders, his allies on the city council, his stinking attorneys. What is this? You think the federal government doesn't have a billion documents, emails, tape recordings? You don't think he was wiretapped? You don't think that they cleared out his computer files? You don't think they're going to split the woman at USC? What's her name?
Marilyn Louise Flynn.
You don't think Marilyn Flynn is right now giving a detailed day-by-day account of...
She's 83.
Right. You think she wants to go to 80-year-old prison? Who wants to go...
Conspiracy, bribery, and wire fraud.
Yeah. That's not how she wants to go out.
Because, I wondered if she's going to be around, and if not, because that means she's working on a plea deal.
Oh, I would bet. I bet $1,000 she's got a plea deal where she's going to serve probation or house arrest or something. And in return, she tells everything about Ridley Thomas and gives them all the paperwork that they don't have yet. And that, she's probably got other witnesses she can clue them in on. Yeah, I think she'll completely... Well, why wouldn't she? You're 83. Can you go to prison? You're not going to prison when you're 83. Take this guy. Because really, her end of the crime was given Ridley Thomas a professorship and a scholarship, right? That's her end of the crime. But Ridley Thomas has to appropriate the money. And the other people who should go to prison right behind Ridley Thomas is every one of the supervisors who voted for it. Catherine Barger and Hilda Solis and Janice Hahn. Who's the other one?
Your friend,
Sheila Kuehl. Oh, yeah, she should go first. They should go to prison with Ridley Thomas because that was a 5-0 vote. 5-0 vote. Now, you tell me why they don't get to go too.
It looks like Mark Ridley Thomas's wife, Ava Ridley Thomas, jumped in on Mr. Tweet last night.
Ooh.
To the LA City Council, why are you trying to punish my husband before he can defend against lies? Why rush to judgment? Treat it with the same fairness, respect, and decency you would want. Hashtag do the right thing.
Ooh, she even had a hashtag. That's cool. Do the right thing. Must have made that one up by yourself.
Another tweet. Whoever would have believed that the LA City Council would act as judge, jury, and executioner based on unproven allegations? It is what we call standard,
that's ridiculous.
Standard language that people use when there hasn't been a trial yet.
They didn't execute him. They suspended him from his job, which is what they did to the last two thieves.
The charter states that the council can suspend an elected officer pending trial if criminal proceedings have been brought against them relating to a violation of their official duties. And that's where Ridley Thomas's team says, well, this is not a case involving his official duties as an LA City councilman. That's their allegation.
Yeah,
But good old Jessica Levinson said the law could be interpreted more broadly to include public corruption charges brought against a council member for actions allegedly taken in another elected office.
He was representing the same people. The people that he's representing as a councilman were the same people he was representing as a county supervisor. There was just more that he was representing as a supervisor. But he's representing the same people. It's just a stupid lawyer argument. Damn stupid lawyer argument.
Well, he was fighting hard for his $254,000 a year salary.
He and his attorney want that money. That's what they want. Because Ridley Thomas is going to get bankrupted with this defense. In fact, I wonder how much of a defense he can put up. Unless he's hidden money away, in Switzerland, where's he going to get the money to defend himself?
We'll be interested in what the defense is.
If they have the paperwork, right, the email, if they have tapes of conversations, if they've got Marilyn Flynn telling her story, what's she going to do?
They're going to try to probably argue that these things occurred separately. That the son got into USC, and that it was a good deal to work at the School of Social Work on contracts in LA County.
Except she's going to tell the truth. And there's probably going to be emails.
Well, there were emails apparently between them,
tracking this. Right. So, you can't just make up an alternate story when all the evidence proves the real story. The federal government doesn't do this against a high-profile official unless they have an airtight case. They just don't do it. A lot of investigations they give up on, not because it isn't true, but because the evidence isn't clear enough, isn't obvious enough. Because there's always idiots, and there's always juries who want to side with their guy. So they've got to make it so overwhelming that even a partisan jury looks at it and says, "Oh, wow, yeah, he was perfect." And that's what you know how tempting it is for all these people. There's these huge rivers of money, billions of dollars flowing in front of them every day, and they know they can bury this crap in these complicated bills that no one will ever read and no one will care about, and they can give their friends and family money. And then some of that money gets kicked back to them along the way. They know this. You got the high-speed rail river. You got the homeless river. You know, you got this river to go to social services, right? And it's always couched, but with language that represents good causes. Oh, we're helping those in need. We're helping those with addictions. We're helping those with bad childhood. There's always they always got a scam, but they can't resist. Ridley Thomas has been there 30 years. How can he resist? How many hundreds of billions of dollars has flowed past him in 30 years with all the jobs he's had? Of course he wants a piece.
When we come back, you have a shot at $1,000. Stand by for the keyword to text. Could be your money, maybe. We're talking about the LA County Board of Supervisors, which made a quick move to do an internal audit of all the contracts that ran through the Board of Supervisors for like the last 12 years. So explain coming up.
Johnny Ken, KFI, and Deborah Mark has news.
As you heard the guys talking about, LA City Council has voted to suspend Mark Ridley Thomas because of his federal indictment. He pleaded not guilty during an appearance in federal court. More than 1,800 members of the LA County Sheriff's Department are challenging the department's COVID-19 vaccine policy in court. FDA regulators have given the thumbs up to booster doses of the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. They've also said people can mix and match all of those vaccines. We're going to go to the 10, and we will check in with the KFI in the Sky next.
Hey, it's Conway here. Know why I got a whole house water filtration system from Purigan Water? Because I don't want to wonder if my family's tap water is safe. No more wasting money on bottled water, no plastic bottles to recycle, and no more visits to the chiropractor's office because you're mixing 5-gallon bottles of water or 40 pounds of salt. No calcium buildup on faucets or shower heads, and that alone is worth it. Purigan extends the life of your water heater. Stay on with this clean water. Purigan Water offers free lifetime service. No one else can make that claim. The system takes up a little tiny amount of space. So let's get Purigan, California's preferred whole house water filtration system. And for a limited time, when you buy a whole house system, you get the 6-stage alkaline drink system for free. 844-80-WATER. 844-80-WATER. That's water.com. Spelled wrong, but the water's right. 844-80-WATER. The Purigan man is your best friend. Make your water pure again.
This week at Grocery Outlet, Starbucks Hazelnut Mocha Macchiato Coffee Creamer. 28-ounce containers are just $2.99. Also, Belinsky's all-natural gluten-free chicken sauces. 12-ounce assorted varieties are just $4.99.
Southland weather conditions. Partly cloudy tomorrow, high mid-70s, 80s. This report brought to you by Grocery Outlet. From the Southern California Toyota dealer traffic center, we make it easy. It's slow on the 10 in Santa Monica.
We're looking at these eastbound ways, and that side is really filling in, getting away from Cloverfield. Pretty dense and full across the city, all the way to the 5 in Boyle Heights. Let's check out Costa Mesa with Mike O'Brien. KFI in the Sky, sponsored by Injury Attorney, Superwoman, Superlawyer.com.
Northbound side is the 405. We're hitting the brakes here just about Fairview. Looks like Fairview up to Beach Boulevard through the construction zone there. That's going to be the tight stretch. There's a problem now coming up on the 55 north transition to the East 91. Looks like that's maybe still in lanes. And it's already very heavy on that stretch. Back before the 22. About to get to normal swing and extends way back to the 405. Now it looks like the northbound side of the 5 hit the brakes there out of Irvine. Looks like some pretty good stand over there. Through the orange stretch. And it looks like a little problem on the southbound side of the 5. That's going to be right around 4th. Looks like that's having to slowing away from the crash and in fact almost back to Disney Way. Injured in an accident? Visit Superwoman, Superlawyer.com. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky.
The home pass, 15 northbound, phone down, with all the 138. KFI in the Sky, help get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
This report is sponsored by iAccidentLawyer.com. Tired of the BS? We spent $500,000 on this. Results $8 million for registered motorcyclists. iAccidentLawyer.com. If you thought you missed the lowest mortgage rates in history, you're in luck, because they're back. Mortgage rates are near historic lows again. So if you have a mortgage, refinance it and forget it. You'll never have to worry about refinancing again. Network Capital Funding is offering a low 15-year fixed rate at 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Incredible! Network Capital has built a reputation for saving people time and money with our unique process that's fast, simple, and secure. Our 15-year fixed rate is 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Now, second chances don't come often, and you may never see these rates again. So refinance it and forget it. That's a 15-year fix at 1.75%. Yes, 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Call the experts at Network Capital now. Call 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1-HIT. As in home run. Call now and save big on your refi. 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1448. NMLS ID 11712. Not licensed in all states. Visit NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation and the Financing Law. Number 603B787. An equal opportunity lender. Rate subject to change and may not be available at rate law. Discount points may apply. Subject to credit approval. Call 800-500-1448 for additional cost information.
Will I be able to smile again?
Can I eat my favorite food?
Can I live without worrying about my teeth?
These are questions we hear every day at Clear Choice Dental Implant Center. In a free 1-hour consultation, we can provide answers. You may be a candidate for dental implants, which look, feel, and function like real teeth. And if you are, the answer to, can I feel like myself again, will be yes.
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 To find out more, visit us at clearchoice.com.
Celebrate Dia de los Muertos, presented by Delta Airlines with the LA Kings on October 30th at 1 p.m. as the Kings face the Montreal Canadiens. Each ticket purchased via the ticket bag equals a bobblehead. Visit lakings.com/Dia de los Muertos to get your tickets now. Hey, it's Dean Sharp. What comes to mind when you think of home? Hopefully it's a safe place that protects and takes care of you. And the same should be true about the water in your home. With a LightSource whole house water system, every faucet in your house becomes a convenient and safe place to enjoy filtered, delicious water. LightSource is maintenance-free. You can say goodbye to salt bags, filter changes, monthly exchange tanks. If you're tired of dealing with hard water problems, LightSource can reduce them. LightSource gets rid of the odor and taste of chlorine without using salt or chemicals. And without the drying effects of chlorine, you'll notice softer skin and hair with every bath and shower. With LightSource water, you buy a customized solution direct from the factory with installation and support. The factory has served Southern California for over 37 years, and everything is U.S. made. Call LightSource today for full service and full confidence in your water. Call 800-334-5009, 800-334-5009, or visit lightsourcewater.com. LightSource Water, taste and feel the difference.
The California RV Show. RV.com. Travel business this week at the Diesel Motorhome. All new models with show-stopping pricing. Rates on site to approved deals. The California RV Show at
DDRV.com, where the 405 meets the 22 Westminster.
If you think your dishwasher is only good for cleaning or that your washer dryer is just for laundry, think again. Those appliances can also reduce your impact on climate change if you make sure not to run them between peak hours of 4 to 9 p.m. because outside those times, there's more renewable energy for them to use. SCE Time of Use Rate, an easy way to make a change for the better. Visit SCE.com.